I'd like to apologize for not wearing a tie in such a formal occasion. I'm afraid my tie was kind of tied up right now. If you know what I mean. Hey, that's what you call a dad joke. You got a problem with dads? I didn't think so. All right, I got a business proposition for you. I need you to be clicking them likes if you know what's good for you. All right? So I'm what you call a mathematician type over here. All right? You can call me Professor Frank. All right? I'm pretty good with the numbers. All right? I like to do some magic. You like magic, boys and girls? Okay? You didn't hear this from me. Okay? I'm going to show you how to make them numbers disappear. All right? Hey, it's a unique skill. I have a unique set of skills. All right? I'm going to give them to you. I'm going to show you how it works. I like to call this math algebra. All right? Hey, it's kind of fun to say. Check it out. Algebra. All right? Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit. But first, I've never been on like the TV or anything like that. So before, allegedly, my attorney told me to say that. But I'd like to take this opportunity to give a shout out, say hello to a few of my friends, pay some respects to the family. Start off with, hey, how you doing? Right. Hey, Joey, Dr. Drake Tribbiani in the house. Hey, cool cat. No, but seriously, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Vis-a-vis Don Vito Corleone, all right? I want to introduce you to one of my friends, all right? Louisville Slugger. That's right. Hey, I'll tell you, he only comes out on special occasions. You don't want to be that special. Trust me. All right, so back to business here. I want to say hello to my cousin Vinny. Hey, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny Barbarino. A couple Utes out there. Hey, Vinny Barbarino. We go way back, like welcome back, right? Up your nose with a rubber hose. That kind of. Who? What? Right? Oh, yeah. And, if you're the religious type like you should be, I also get to give props and shout out to Saint Bobby Joseph Depeche Nero. Amen. All right. Patron saint of mind your business. All right. Hey, speaking of them guys, I can't forget about my main man. Legendary epic laps galore. Everybody loves Ray Liotta. See what I did there? Hey, that was a twofer, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Rays for the price of 1. Hey, then there's old Mickey Blue Eyes. Remember him? Remember? Forget about it. Say it. It's fun. Hey, there was no social media. He made that stuff happen right there. Forget about it. That was tops. Hey, but these days, some of our best friends, these are gaming crew, right? People you're going to be slaying digital dudes with your thumbkins. Remember the thumbkins? Oh, I love them thumbkins. Get me some thumbkins. But if I'm going to be playing video games, I'm going old school, right? You know who I'm calling, right? It's a Mario. That's right. That Luigi, he's a jerk. Get him out of here. Take him out of here, boys. Anyway, where do we leave off here? If you really want to play some real games, get out your cash, all right? You need to head to Vegas and check out my boy, Papa Giorgio. Oh, luckiest dude alive. That kid has what you call that Midas touch, right? Might as well be giving him your money. He's always be winning, man. That's that cat. Love that guy. But if I could use this opportunity for anything else, hopefully to reconnect with an old friend, just sit down and have a cup of Joe, chit chat, like the old days. Maybe I could score me a cup of cappuccino with Pacino. Say that a couple of times fast. Cup of cappuccino with Pacino. Cup of cappuccino with Pacino. Somebody make that happen. That needs to happen. All right. Get on that. Have your people call my people. All right. Then there's the original cool cat. The original chick magnet. You know who that is? Arthur Fonzarelli. That's right, man. That guy, he was so cool. He didn't even have to say anything. He'd just be like, hey, right? Chicks be all over him. He could go up and just punch a jukebox, man. What do you mean? You know, what's a jukebox? Who are you? Where are you from? What do you mean you don't have? You need to be Googling that stuff. I don't know. Check that stuff on the World Wide Spider Web or whatever. Find out. You need to figure that out. Jukebox. Man, that stuff was legit. Well, I'll tell you what. The jukebox, you know, you could see all them albums, right? Johnny, DeMucci, and Goose. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. But anyway, I know I'm going to forget a lot of people from the deepest part of my heart. Accept my apologies. Maybe I'll be on his again sometime. But for now, the last one I can go with is Rocky Balboa. Let's get ready to do some math. Da-na, na-na, da-na, na-na, all right, that's it, guys. That's it. Why you looking so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up in your face. Oh, I don't know what that was. All right, listen. Time to do some math. I could have just come in here and done a little 5-minute math video and been done, but just trying to be a little silly, make it a little more worth your time to watch a video about math, okay? So I do that for you. If you got one laugh out of it, great. So do me a fave, check this math out, okay? We're gonna go to share screen and I'm gonna show you some IXLs and talk about what we're doing today. All right, so bear with me as we switch over. Here we go. And, oh, it's laggy, no. At this hour, how many people are using the internet? Okay, that's doing a little better, okay. Let's zoom me in a little bit here so I can see. And I'm gonna have to get a writing utensil for a few things as you guys, this should be quick and easy for you today. We are gonna be doing algebra, right? Or in the math world, we're gonna call it two-step equations, okay? We have a variable and we have to do a two-step, not one, but two, yo. We need to, as the mathematician that I had on earlier was talking about, we need to make numbers disappear. What's I guess I could have gone a little further with this. He would be saying like, a lot of times algebra uses an X, right? So, hey, I was always good at math till they started mixing the alphabet with the numbers and letters. What's going on? Hey, you know, it's all confusing now. But all you got to do is get those numbers away from my X. Hey, I'm the jealous type. I don't like that number hanging around with my X. I'm going to have to make it disappear, right? So that's what we're doing in algebra. We're trying, what do we jokingly call algebra, my students? Opposite day. All algebra is doing the opposite, or what's the math vocabulary? Inverse operations, right? You're math doctors. You're going to perform operations. You're going to do inverse, means the opposite, sounds like reverse. You're going to do the opposite operations or math functions. So if it says plus something, you're going to minus something to get rid of it. That's how you make, that's the magic, okay? You're going to make it disappear by doing the opposite. I'll show you some examples, all right? So we want to get that letter by itself. I don't like those numbers hanging around with my letters, all right? Isn't it fun to say letters, numbers? You can say it, go for it. All right, so what I have over here is, I got me, all right, sorry guys. I have an equation with the variable in it, and I want to know what P equals. So I have to get all the numbers to one side, okay? So am I writing? Do I got my, yeah, there we go. Okay, so what I need to do is the opposite. Now, whatever is attached to the letter, you do last, okay? So first, what is this? A lot of people say, oh, I have to add 7 to both sides. I don't know why, guys. It's tricky. And people set these problems up on purpose like this. This is problem number 1. And right off the bat, instead of just doing 2p minus 7 or something like that, they're putting the 7 in the front and then minus 2p, okay? So some people think that's a negative 7. There's no negative in front of it. That's a positive 7. So what's the opposite? I need to subtract 7 from both sides to get that 7 to disappear. So if I minus 7 from both sides, and you guys, okay, I apologize. It's going to be a little slow at first. I won't do every single step on all the problems, but for those that haven't been with us all year, and sorry, I was just told about a new writing app to try today that I'll check it out this week sometime, because I hate how slow and clunky some of these are. Okay, so I'm going to now subtract 7 from both sides. Okay, whatever you do to one side, that's right, you got to do the other side. See, we got an equal sign here. So it's kind of like a teeter-totter. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do both sides to keep it balanced, okay? So if you subtract 7 from this 7, that disappears. That is gone. What I have left on this side is negative 2p. Sorry. To p or not to p? That is the question. You know what the nice thing about this whole thing is, guys? You don't have to miss class with bathroom breaks all the time. I always hated, I mean, everybody's got to go, right? But you'd leave and I'd have to keep teaching, and I'm kind of like, oh, I'd ask you guys, can you wait? I mean, this is important, what we're learning right now, and sometimes you can't hold it, right? And sometimes you can't stay awake, is that right? Some of you don't like the math. You know like the math, eh? All right, so here we go. 3 minus 7, okay? So I have more negatives than positives. So after I take 3 positive away from this, there's still going to be negative 4 left, okay? Now, what's happening? What's happening here? What's happening, hot stuff? When you don't see anything between a number and a letter, they're trying to multiply, okay? So they have an invisible dot there, like the multiplication dot. That means negative 2 times p. Now I have to do the opposite, okay? Oh, anyway, what I was saying earlier is, since I said that again, you guys can pause and go as you need to and come back, and instruction is here waiting. Okay, I love that. That's kind of cool. Same thing for me. I can take breaks when I need to. You know, guys, I don't know if you realize this. Y'all be taking bathroom breaks as teachers. We're not taking the bathroom breaks, right? I pretty much stand up all day walking around class talking and stuff, and we get a couple breaks during the day, but not during class, an hour and 50 minutes. I mean, sometimes like the whole class almost goes to the bathroom. Anyway, next topic. Let's move on. Okay, so this is negative 2 times p. I have to do the opposite. So I'm going to divide by negative 2. And when we divide, we use the fraction, primarily because as a fraction, you can see how they cancel out. Negative 2 over negative 2, bye-bye now, right? But whatever you do to one side, class, oh, very smart kids. That's right. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other side. So I'm going to divide negative 4 by negative 2, okay? So then I have p by itself. P equals, now we use, when we do multiplication and division, who's our friend, guys? Dorito Man to the rescue, right? So Dorito Man, it was probably just a triangle at first, and then somebody called it Dorito Man. I don't know the history of how it evolved. Pretty cool thing here, though. But you just put 2 minus signs and a plus sign, and it helps us know that if we have a negative divided by a negative, you cover up the negative for the 4 and the negative for the 2, what's left is a plus. That means the answer has to be positive, okay? Now this only works for what? That's right, we put a crown on him. This division symbol just fits nice and neat right into the X there. So he is the king or queen of multiplication and division. We covered that in a previous video, okay? So a negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive. P equals 2, okay? So I'm going to go up here and hit mouse, 2. Oh, and just so you know where we are, guys, We are at S as in Sam 6. This is 7th grade, S6. This will be our next assignment. Okay, it's pretty easy because I taught you guys algebra the first couple days, because for a lot of people it's one of the harder things to pick up on, and I showed you all at the beginning of the year, and then by the time we got to it, most of you were like, boom, got it. So, and we've already learned this, so this is just review. So sorry, it's you guys are already light years ahead of me at this point. All right, so I'm going to go through and do a problem at each level. Did it log me out? Hello. Hey, what's going on in here? Hey, submit already. Your suggested skills could not be updated because of a network error. Okay, so I must have an internet connection situation. Hey, we got a situation up in here. That's another Italian right there. Mike, the situation. All right, I'll try to jump a level. Eventually, the internet's got to come back. I know if I hit refresh, this will disappear and start over, but I can go ahead and erase, clear my drawings, all my drawings. Okay, guys. Okay. Lord, help me out here. I guess I can pause the video for a moment, and as the internet comes back, I can finish this. You don't need to wait here. Time out, ref. And we're back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Let's try this again. Oops. And the laggy mouse said, where'd the laggy mouse go? 2 hours later. Okay. All right, I figured it out. There we go. We need Galloway, sir. We need to be able to see the math. All right. So we just did the entry-level problem. Let's go to the next level. And while that's loading up, I'm going to come up here and get my on-screen writing utensil. Okay, so what we need to do here, and this is not much different except this is actually easier than the last one. There's no minus or negative. So that always causes a few issues with some people, okay? To be or not to be. Now that's the real question, right? You guys haven't had any Shakespeare yet. That's what that's from. Okay. So we're going to do algebra opposite day. We're going to do inverse operations. So I want that B by itself, that letter. I don't like them numbers and letters. They don't get along so well. They don't mix, okay? We need to split them up. We need to make some numbers disappear over here, all right? Okay, so whatever's attached to the letter, you do that last. So first I gotta get rid of this 5. It's a positive 5, look in front of it. So I have to do the opposite, which is negative 5. Let's get the neg out of here. Negative 5, bye-bye, okay? So whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Make this little upside down teeter-totter, inverted T, as they called it at my former school. And that just shows the cutoff of what's one side and the other, because the equal sign is the balance, and we want the equation to be balanced. If you minus 5 from one side, then you have to minus it from the other side so it balances, okay? So 5 minus 5 is 0. It's gone. All I have left on this side is a positive 2b, okay? And then I have 19 minus 5. That's going to leave 14. And y'all already know the answer. So then this, when you see a letter next to a number, that means they're trying to multiply up in here. I have to do the opposite. Instead of multiplying by 2, I have to divide by 2. Instead of using the division symbol, I'm going to use a fraction bar. The fraction bar is a division problem. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other. So 2b divided by 2, the 2's are gone. B equals 7. Let's go up here and click on my mouse. What's up, my mouse? Squeak, squeak. And I'll put b equals 7. Drum roll. All right, we got it. Okay, we're in business, yo. We're in business. Clear my drawings. All right, so I'm going to go to next level. There's only a couple, 2 or 3 levels here, guys. Now, there's 2 things we need to talk about on this one, okay? First of all, when you see a 7 outside of parentheses and 2 things inside of the parentheses, that 7 next parentheses means times 7, and it means times both things inside it. We're not going to do that, actually. I'm just going to explain this property, but we're not going to end up doing it to solve the problem. I'm just going to explain it. This would normally be called the distributive property. Distribute is like distributors who get in the Frito-Lays or Taki trucks or the Coca-Cola trucks or whatever, and they deliver to all the grocery stores or Stripes or whatever. They're distributors. So this 7 is going to be distributed to both stops on the inside, okay? So it would become 7c. 7 times c is 7c. You keep that plus sign, and then 7 times 3 is 21, okay? That's called the distributive property. We didn't do a whole lot with that this year. We're not going to worry about it right now because there's an easier way to solve this problem without distributing, okay? I just magically, when I see that, I'm like, distribute, deal the 7, deal the 7. It's like cards. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm holding a deck of cards. Wow, I can't really get that in the picture, can I? I'm holding a deck of cards and I'm dealing, you know? I don't know if anybody play euchre? It's a Midwest game. So we deal or distribute the 7 to everything inside. Now I'm going to clear that, but we don't need to do that, okay? Because this means 7 times this, I'm going to divide both sides by 7, okay? So I end up getting these 7s disappear, and I end up with C3PO, I'm sorry, C plus 3, and then 70 divided by 7 is going to be 10, okay? And then opposite day, algebra, we're going to do opposite day. So how do I get rid of plus 3? I do the opposite, which is minus 3. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do to both sides, okay? All right. That's how we do it. All right. So this 3 disappears, and there's your answer. You're going to get C equals 10 minus 3. Click the mouse, get my cursor box. 10 minus 3 is going to be 7. You can't see that that's what I typed there, but you got it, okay? So I'm going to clear, skip a level. I know, don't you wish you had that button? You got to power up, you know. After you get A's, for the whole year, then you get the power up button. Yeah, whole year. I'll give you the power up button for summer after you pass my class. All right, so here we go again. Same thing. I would typically, me would want to distribute. I want times the 8 times both things, the negative 8, right? But I don't need to do that. I can go ahead, let me switch back to draw. Let me get my drawing, okay? That means both of those times negative 8. Well, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 8, okay? And to save a little space here, let's just pretend the 8's down there. Negative 8 divided by negative 8, that will disappear. There's my negative 8, okay? And then negative 8 over here. I don't want to rewrite the whole problem. It takes too long, guys. So this negative 8 crosses out. Anyway, and I end up with zebra, plus 37. Got a 37 over here. This thing right here, it just means it's equal on both sides. 2 plus 30, no, not 2, that's a z. I know you guys may see this later in math life, but I know in my high school they started, every time they use z in math, they put that line through it so you know it's a z and not a 2, okay? All right, so z plus 37 equals, have negative 32 divided by negative 8. A Dorito Man, we're up here. A negative divided by a negative. If I cover those up, then the answer has to be positive. That's what's left. So it's going to be positive 4. Okay? But now I have to do the opposite to get rid of this 37. So instead of plus 37, I'm going to do negative 37. That's real cool because bye-bye. Now z is by itself. What did I forget? Whatever you do to one side, you've got to bloody do to the other side, lad. Don't be slacking off. All right, so 4 minus 37. Hey, but master, how do you subtract such a huge number from such a little number like that? That has to be crazy talk. So the integers, when we dealt with adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers, which includes negative numbers, I jokingly called them the negs, okay, just because I save syllables time, always short on time. The different sign rule is you take the biggest digit, subtract the smaller digit, so 37 minus 4, and we get 33. And then the larger digits symbol wins. So there's way more negs than positives. So the answer's got to be negative. So the negative symbol wins, okay? So z is going to equal negative 33. Let's go check it out, yo. Where's my negative symbol? Negative 33. Oh, thank you, Professor. You're so super. Super job. Thank you for teaching us, teacher. Okay. So now look, I'm already to the challenge level, okay? So all they're doing here, there's nothing really a lot different except for they're using a big intimidating looking 3-digit number. Give me them digits. We're going trips, yo, trips. So still, the name of the game is, I don't like them numbers hanging around my letter. I'm going to make them disappear, right? So we're going to do opposite day algebra. So I'm first going to, whatever is attached to the letter, you're going to do last, okay? So first I'm going to add 30 to both sides, okay? Both sides, all right? So am I in mouse? Let me go back. You know what? Let me get some good old Morris blue going here. All right, so I'm going to add 30 to both sides. When you do that, if you have a negative 30 and a positive 30, you're going to end up with nothing, I'm afraid. They're going to cancel each other out. That's what we were trying to do. Kind of almost going Canadian there. But I have to, whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other. So I'm going to add 30 over here. Okay? I apologize, guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for hanging with me. So I end up with 576. Can you say that? 576 equals 24. Why? Because I said so. That's why. All right, so the last thing you got to do to solve is divide both sides by 24. This is 24 times y. We want to do opposite day or inverse operations. That's a little time symbol. It's hard to make a dot there. So I have to divide both by 24. Hey, you guys are at home. You can practice your math skills. Make the little division house. It's super simple, actually. Now, really, if you think about it, guys, 24 is almost a quarter. It's only 1 off of a quarter. So how many quarters fit into that? That's what we can do, all right? But anyway, so 24, how many times does it fit into 57? Well, if this was a quarter, it would fit twice. It would be 50. But it's a penny short. So it's actually going to end up being 48. 2 quarters would equal 50 cents. So I'm going to go times 2. Now, usually, guys, they're pretty nice, right? Usually this all works out and we have a happy ending. It looks intimidating at first, but if you do it right, it works out. So I'm going to borrow from the 5. That's going to turn to a 4. 4 minus 4 is going to be 0. But 17 minus 8 is going to be 9er. 9. 9. All right, so then the 6 drops down. Well, the last thing we have here is how many quarters would fit into 96. This is almost $1, guys. So let me try 4 quarters. What's 4 times 24? Hey, what do you know? You can kind of see it in your head, right? 4 times 24. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8. And 9er again. Well, what do you know? That wasn't so hard. So I have 24. So 24 times 24 equals 576. Let's come up here and get my mouse. 24. And challenge level. Unlocked. You are now the master. All right, guys. So that's your homework. You're going to do S6. I'm going to click it, star it, recommend it, and I will put, did it stay starred? Yes, yes, yes. So that's your homework for tonight. We'll have another one, 2-step inequalities. All right. So instead of an equal sign, we're going to have greater than, less than, greater than and equal to, or less than or equal to. It's going to get kind of tricky. All right. So we'll get into that one next tomorrow. Hey guys, it's so great to have you. Thanks for watching my videos. And hey, next time you want to do some algebra, just remember, sometimes numbers need to get whacked. Sometimes they need to disappear. You know what I'm saying. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Peace out. God bless and protect you and your families. Stay safe. And as I try to get the mouse over the button to finish, go math. Do your math. Thank you.